What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to the Director of Football, Journeyman. As you may remember, in the last episode, we won the league. We came from 5th in the regular league season and then got into the Champions Group and we won the whole bloody thing. We are the greatest manager in Belgian football history ever. So we're back now for the awards. So just quick, who do you think it could be? Plenty of players have had a good season. So Diallo, 7 point. Like, we have a lot of players actually above a 7. Diallo, 7.43 after 48 games. It's going to be hard to beat. Barashi, 7.33 after 30 games. You know, Fofana, Sadije, Verbeke, all players. Well, no, maybe not Verbeke. Digresse. All these players have had fantastic seasons. So, who do you think is after winning it? Well, it's obviously Diallo. 66% of the votes. Sadije got 13%, Fofana with 12%. Our midfield partnership, not doing too badly for themselves. Barashi got goal of the season against Excelsior. Let's have an old look at this and see how good it was. So we have scored some absolute worldies this year. Top ins, fair enough. Probably scored some better goals this year, but Barashi also got Young Player of the Season. Fair enough. Yeah, he was quite good. The best team of the season, best 11. Dreisen in goal. Yeah. Coppins and Roberto as the wing-backs. Degrassi and Everett as their centre-backs. Pretty much. Mitkov came in and played 12 or 14 games or something. Coppins played the majority of the season. He was an absolute breakout player of the season for me. Sadije and Fofana as their centre midfielders. Pretty much stapled on. Played the majority of the games. Lingetti as the right midfielder. That one I'm don't know. Barashi on the left, fair enough. He was pretty much every... Not what is going on with my shirt is freaking out. Played pretty much every game on the left, and then Rodriguez and Diallo up front. They were the stapled on starters. Even though I did try and get Rodriguez loaned out. I did put him on the loan list, but it came to nothing. So that's an interesting one. The top scorer for the season was Diallo, and he had the best average rating, which we've already seen. Also the most assists. That was something I did not expect Diallo to have that many assists. Hector had the highest pass completion. Diallo with the most man of the matches with 6. Roberto had the most yellow cards and 13. Actually not that bad. Degrassi had 3 red cards. Yeah. Review the best 11 for the season. Lingetti 21 appearances makes it in Decker's 35, based purely on average rating, but still more games. I don't know. I would have probably given it to Decker's, but maybe that's just me. Do we have any players of ours that have made it into? No, we don't. No. Okay. So, season review. Few would have tipped Ghent to be able to mount a title challenge heading into the season, but Ghent confounded expectations by finishing top of the pile as champions. It was a beautiful season. We won the league, lost in semi-final to eventual winners Standard Liège, and got knocked out of the Europa Conference League by Vitesse. We don't have to worry about that this year. We're going straight into the group stage of the Champions League. Yeah, definitely the moment to forget was the 8-1 defeat to Club Brugge. Our stadium was 99% full. So that's pretty good, I think. They want us to finish in the top 5 places. Not a bother. Can definitely work towards that. And they want us to reach the group stage, which we will, because that's where we start. We start in the group stage for next season. Dynamics, players are delighted. End of season team meeting. Let's have an old discuss what we want to do for next year. Diallo, Jacques want to leave. Top 6 next season. That's exactly what you want to see. All the players delighted with it. Who missed the most of the season? Baines. Both Baines missing significant amounts of the season. The most injuries, Camango, 7. The longest spell was... Why is Jacques on top? Well, okay. End of season break. We're going to come back on the 3rd of July. Where are we going to go for? We're just going to go to Holland. Let's do a tour of Holland. Why not? Stadium expansion. So it's going to enlarge the stadium by 1,500 seats. It's going to cost 2.4 million. Okay. Instead of 3 million in the bank. We're going to get that Champions League money though. We do need to improve our training facilities. To 1.8 million. Fantastic. We are going into the summer with very little money. We did have our end of season budgets given to us already. The wage budget is 430,000 ish, and just shy of 18 million. So it'll be interesting to see what the director of football does for himself. He's not made any signings yet. Guy Mercaret threw a hissy fit, wants to leave, and he's got 3 clubs that he has to choose from now. So we should see how he gets on with that. We don't have too many contracts running out either. If we open everybody and just set them all to long-term deals, the 3 loan players look like they're heading away back to their parent club, and none of these guys have been offered new contracts, so I'm just going to assume they're being let go. Nobody in here I'm overly worried about. Like Bossman's maybe is the only one. Pierre wouldn't mind keeping a hold of him. Brewer maybe. But yeah, I think Bossman's the only one really going to be like, oh, that's kind of sad that he's leaving. But he is 20 now, so I don't think he's going to make it too much further in his career. Yeah, we've absolutely boshed it in the 5-year plan. We smashed everything they wanted. 3 years ahead of schedule for pretty much everything. Was delightful. So what we are going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and basically just press continue repeatedly until we get to the first game of the season, which I'm guessing is going to be a game against Standard Liège in the Cup. The start of the season Cup, where the team who won the league plays the team that won the Cup. And we probably do a Champions League draw if we can. So we will be back for that in just a second. Do not go anywhere, my friends. We are going to see how everything gets on. And it'll be interesting to see, because we're in the Champions League. It's going to be interesting. See you guys in a second. Right, fellas, as you can see, we are here for the Standard Liège game. This is the Super Cup thing in Belgium. The Super Copa de Belgique. I don't speak Flemish, so that's my best attempt at it. It is against Standard Liège, as I said. We have a fairly even record against them. We've won 13, they've won 13, and there's been 7 draws. So it's a close. It's going to be a close affair, I would imagine. Transfer-wise, so far, Director of Football really doesn't want to sell players, which is interesting. I didn't realise that this guy had a 40% sell-on clause. If we sell him, or if Man City sell him, we could make a tidy bit of profit, because we sold him for 55k and we get 40% of the profit. That's a lot of money. He's currently valued at 15.5 million. and he is surplus to requirements. So if they sell him, we are sorted for the time being. We've been quiet-ish, sort of. For some reason, Osijek is our new favourite club this year. We signed Mark Greenwood, an attacking midfielder who I'm teaching to be a central midfielder, because I was going to go with a support complete forward, but I think he's probably better suited to being a roaming playmaker. So that's what we're going to teach him to do. He's not got a whole lot of potential left to go. He's never actually played for Man City. Played an awful lot of games for Nordsjælland in Denmark. So he's got a bit of experience. Hopefully he can push on while he's with us and do the business, ideally. It's going to take him a little bit of time to break into the first team, I think, because I am pretty happy with Sidije and Fofana. Then we brought in Semenov, who's just a random third choice goalkeeper, who was at Lokomotiv Moscow. Speaking of, they offered me an interview, as did, was it Ajax? I played a coy with the media, and I was like, if they come looking for me, then we'll consider it. The board came straight in, offered me a new contract, up to 18k for 3 years. So we're being kept on, which is nice. We do go straight into the Champions League group stages. It hasn't been drawn yet, obviously. It's going to be a little while before that happens. I'm going to skip the people we've actually paid money for. We brought in Angelo Carnevale, who is an Italian striker who looks good. Like, his physicals are fantastic. He's 19 balance. The guy looks like he's going to be absolutely fantastic. We shall see. He's on international duty with the under-23s. Yeah. So he's not going to play for a little while. He looks pretty good, though, I have to say. He looks... Well, like I said, physically he's fantastic. He's good. Not the best striker we were linked with this summer. The best one we were linked with still hasn't signed for a club yet. There's still a chance if the director of football decides to go back in for him. Then there was Bala Nikita. He's a DM. We don't play with a DM, so I considered playing him as a centre back, because ball playing centre back, he's quite good. But then I was like, Mazzella. I think he'd be better suited to being a Mazzella. So that's what he's learning to do. It's going to be a Mazzella. It's going to... That, or I turn around in a couple of weeks' time in game and go, do you know what? He's actually a centre back. Gallardo. Christian Gallardo. He is a left back who has just arrived at the club. Another player who's coming from Osijek. Again, looks a tasty prospect. When I say prospect, he's 25. He's not going to get much better. He's pretty good. So I think he's definitely a good player to put up against Roberto. So we might actually have somebody who could challenge Roberto for a starting position this year, because even though I like Durkins, I don't think Durkins is ever going to make it. And he's actually wanted on loan, which is nice. But yeah, I think Gallardo could be... he's going to be a good option, at least. In the outs, Zagorova has finally left. He's off to Mexico, 5.75 million. We made a bit of a loss on him, but it's fine. He had quite a substantial wage, so it's nice that he's no longer taking that wage off us. Mike de Rudder has gone on loan to Sparta Rotterdam, so he's out on loan again this year. Lucas Tack, who tried ahead on the transfer list, he's gone out on loan. You knew about Meerkat, and just a random young goalkeeper has gone on loan to one of our affiliate teams. So that's fine at the moment. I'd say actually no, he's not there. The striker we were looking at went on loan or on trial to Bayern Munich, and now he's linked with Barcelona. So I don't think he's going to be joining us. With the board side of it, we did expand the stadium in May because I think actually I showed you that it was expanding it by a couple of thousands, 1,000 seats maybe. We improved the training facilities, but then they're improving them again. Maybe that was the planning. I don't know. We increased the loan manager wages. I don't know why. Offered me a new contract on my birthday. Got a new contract on my birthday. But now we've decided to expand the stadium again. So I am not sure what's going on. We're expanding the stadium a lot. I think it was because our season tickets went up by nearly 2,000. So the season ticket holders, if every season ticket holder showed up to the game, there would be just over 3,000 seats left. So they're expanding the stadium just a smidge. I don't actually know what it's going up to, because it just said we're expanding the stadium, but interesting nonetheless. So for the cup game against Standard Liège, this is how we line up. It's a team you've seen pretty much all of last year. Hector in goal, Mitkov and Roberto as the wing backs, Degresse and Everett as our centre backs, Fofana and Sadije as the central midfield, Deckers and Barashi behind Diallo and Jacques. Greenwood and Niakite sit on the bench. The other new signings, Semenov is sitting this one out, although Triton's, whatever. Gilardo, as I said, just joined today. Not going to put him on the bench. And Carnival is still on international duty, so he won't be joining us for this game. Christian's, that's fine. We do have a bunch of players, even though we had a friendly 5 days ago maybe. All the players are exhausted, and I don't know why. So we're just going to go into this game, see what happens. They are playing very interesting formation, 3 centre backs. If our wide men do what they're supposed to do, we could do quite well here. Go and win the trophy. I have said to the lads that all I want from them this year is to finish in the top 6. Finishing in the top 6 means we have an opportunity to do what we did again. Go out and win the league from a position where we really should not be winning the league. For the fact that right wing is definitely a position we need reinforcements in, because we are, if we only have Deckers for this season as our main right winger, we are in a lot of trouble, because he's regressed an awful lot recently. Everett's just been done by their striker, and Standard Liège are 1 up. Hector's not the... Dreisen's probably going to be the starting goalkeeper again this season. I don't think Hector is the one, but I'm also fearful that we're going to lose our centre back. Well, we can't lose Degresse because he just signed a new contract now, but we could still lose Everett, and Mitkov just signed a new contract. I think Sadije and Fofana both signed new contracts as well. So we're really kind of, the core of the team have signed new contracts. I'm just interested to see if we're going to lose anyone else in terms of our star players. There was a very interesting throw, my friend. Roberto hits on Sadije, gets dispossessed. Degresse picks it up. Roberto. I actually don't know who won the Euros this year. I meant to check. I think it was France and Portugal in the final. So it'd be interesting to see which one of those two. Barashi. It is a glorified friendly. I am aware it's a glorified friendly. I just want to win something. We've only won 2 trophies so far. The Hungarian 2nd division with Dorogi and the Belgian top division with Ghent last season. I want to win some more trophies. I'm going to put Sadije back to a deep line playmaker. Don't think he's not having a great game playing as the roaming playmaker. Let's see if he can get back into his stride as the deep line. But like I said, I definitely want a new right winger. Whether the director of football looks at it and says, let's get a new right winger, because if we play for the entire season with Deckers as our only real right winger, we could be in trouble, because Jacques is good. He is still heavily linked with clubs away from ours, so he's still, every week I'm getting new news articles that Man City want him, PSG want him, Arsenal want him, Chelsea, Liverpool. Like, it's every week a new club is looking for him or looking at him, and I'm just kind of, not ideal. There's a couple of players that we're getting offers for, and I wouldn't mind if they were sold, but it just seems that the director of football doesn't really want to sell a lot of the players we have. He's more than happy to spend 8.5 million on a player who doesn't play in a position we use. In case you're listening and not watching, we just went 2-1 down from a scrappy goal. But he's more than happy to spend a bunch of money. Diallo. Instant response. He's more than happy to spend 8.5 million on a DM, who I need to figure out then if I'm going to make him a Mazzella or do I make him a centre back. And unless we sell probably at least one centre back, he's not going to make it in as a centre back. We're short centre midfielders, so I think he fits more as a midfielder, but at the same time he's not really a midfielder, he's more a DM. So it's just and like, having looked at the stats, unless there's something that I'm missing, if one of you beautiful individuals can let me know, what would you do with him? Because he could be fantastic. I'm just not 100% sure how to make him fantastic. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. I'm not going to say, well, you're doing grand, lads. Who's playing at 6 points? Everett playing at 6.3. To be fair, if he has a poor game, it's not terrible for us, because it just means that the clubs that want him won't come in for him, and we might get to keep him for the season. Sadije to Fofana, all the way to Barashi, across, Jacques, Jacques kept it in. Barashi gets headed over, and we win another corner. Digresse, Fofana picks up the loose ball. Originally coming into this game, Deckers was not starting, but that was how did he? Their striker is a wizard. Originally, Jacques was going to play on the wing, and I was going to have Rodriguez start up front, but then Rodriguez got injured, and then I was like, I'll play Sacramento there because he played relatively well. Or no, I was going to play Dorogi, but then Dorogi got loaned out. So then I was sitting there kind of going, Sacramento? But Sacramento's really, really not fit. So we're just in a situation where we have a bunch of strikers, but none of them are either fit or capable of playing, and we are losing again. What is going on? We are just letting them walk past us. I do not like this. No. We are just going to get involved with their strikers. We're going to make a couple of changes, actually. So Sergio, you can come on for Everett because he's having a poor game. You can do that. Mitkov's not having a great game, but don't really want to take him off. Sadija is having a poor game. We bring on Mark Greenwood, who is an advanced playmaker. We're going to make him a roaming playmaker because I think that's what he's going to be doing. I think we leave it at that for now. Yeah. The other option we have as a right winger is Christians. He's a mediocre at best left winger, and that's his preferred position. So I don't think we're going to be looking to him to be our knight in shining armour on the right when he can't really do anything on the left, which, as I said, is his position. Hector gets down to smother the ball. We do need to make a change somewhere. I'm going to bring Fofana off. We're going to give Nkita his debut and see what he can do. We're going to tell the lads when we get the opportunity to push forward. This is the one time we don't have a relatively quick response or an instant response. It's ball out to Jacques. Barashi. Keeper pushes that one over again. It's been a very close game, to be fair. They've had 5 clear-cut chances. We've had 2, but we've had 2 more shots than them. So, kind of levels out. They've just had better opportunities. They've taken their opportunities where we haven't. The fact that we've gone down to 10 men so early on is quite annoying. Deckers goes, just dives in 3 minutes into the game. 2-footed lunge. It's exactly what you expect. Offside. Alright, we're not going to lose 4-2 in the final. It's not an important cup, but just, you want to see, you just want to win the cups, I want to win all the trophies. Come on, Hector. Really not doing an awful lot to keep yourself in the first team, to be fair. The Ryzen, the only reason he didn't start was because he had that injury. Hector just punts it for a throw-in to standard Liège. Sergio heads away. Sergio has been complaining he wants to leave. But he has rejected offers from other clubs, which is frustrating when a player is banging on about wanting to leave and then just doesn't. It's just, I don't understand why, if you're going to complain about leaving or wanting first team football, just leave. Just get out. But yeah, who am I to tell my players what to do, bar being their boss? Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna find him the half week. Roberto's gonna miss. Oh, because he got another yellow card in the final game of the season. Right, I don't think we come back for the first game of the league season. I think we come back for Club Rouge, because they could be our big rivals again this year. We come back for Club Rouge, Saint Truenze, play those 2 games, see how we get on. Also, just to let you know, in the Europa League Conference Cup thing, when it was Anderlecht versus Genk won it, and Genk are favourites to win the league this year, or they were last time I checked. No, we're favourites now. Why are we favourites now? Did Sagnac actually go? Sagnac has gone to Wolves. That came up. They were letting me know that he was being linked with Wolves, but he's actually gone to Wolves now. So, interesting. Interesting indeed. Alright, so we're favourites now. We weren't favourites not too long ago. But we have Champions League this year. Hopefully we can, be competitive. Would be ideal. We're definitely going to come back, and I think we're going to probably play the majority of the group stage on camera, because I don't think we're going to make it too far. in the Champions League. I think the group stage is probably where it ends for us. I'd be happy with third. We haven't even seen the groups yet. I'd be happy with third place in the Champions League group. But yeah, like I said, Club Rouge, IntoRowZ in the next episode. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Share with all of your friends. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!